flight across through London, I plan to catch up with James, who is an old mate of mine who is working in Moscow, and I'd also convinced him to come along to have a shot to get to the top. Coming off the train now, just to find Mr. Porter. Right, wonder if I can find. Oh, there's someone looking for someone. It's Dad. We've managed to flag down a cab, which is actually just anyone who stops, and here we go rushing through the streets of Moscow. James is in the front, having bargained the price after everyone wanted to overcharge us because of all my luggage. Yeah.
Ukrainian vodka. Очень вкусный.
$1.
Ibony.
So we're off to the Kremlin, down the metro, which is about the longest metro I've seen in the world. Look at that. Station's this, James?
This is Novoslobodska.
Right.
Along with the job, they got a free room in the Russia, like permanently. So they wouldn't have to go back to their house, you know. I mean, just, you know, after the long day in the Russia, they could go and after the long day in Parliament, they could go and you know, wind down in the room in the Russia. World's widest dog. And here, panning over, is the largest hotel in the world. It's the Hotel Russia with, yes, 3,000 rooms. 3,000, folks.
You're kidding.
We are looking at the west side of the hotel. This is the westerly entrance. There is also, of course, a north side, an east side, and a south side. 4 entrances, so it can be quite confusing to know where you need to go when you're staying at the Russia. And
we're off to Siberian Airways now.
It's time.
18 bags.
So let's go on the train. Oh, is that over there?
Here we are, travelling light with... So James, we're on the train on the way to the airport. How are you feeling?
Not too good. I need a dialogues now.
So what are you thinking about the big climb coming up? Any thoughts?
I think it's going to be great. I say, jedeme, tempo, tempo, tempo. A jeśli chcecie dialogues, reach
This is located in the southern Russian Republic of Kabardino-Balkaria, with the summit just a few kilometers from the Georgian and Asian border.
Mt Elbrus.
Oh, the East Peak. East Peak and West Peak. Oh, they're about the same. You'd have to come back if you could only make it to the east.
Are we going via both tops or?
I think best. So here's our hotel. So what do you think of the room, James?
Oh, it's excellent.
Yeah, it is. There's my bed.
I told you should have got one of these. God, my suitcase is so hot. Everything's boiling in here. Feel that?
You're ready. I moved it, and that's all.
John has just broken his bed. So how'd you manage that?
Get up. Oh.
The shot glass. It's a crevasse. You might disappear into that in the night. Our guide warned us about crevasses. And it goes out in.
So, first day in the mountains. It's about 6 o'clock. About 6 degrees. Up we head. Over to the right we've got a little mountain over there. There she is, Elbrus.
So here we are at the top, or close to the top of Cheget, and oh, John's found his hat. That's good.
That's the goal for today.
Where's the 430 so far, and how far to go?
No, we have to do it till we
Just go, okay.
The views from up the top here on Mount Cheget were just spectacular, and we were still about 2 kilometres lower than the top of Elbrus here. From here you can also see Georgia, which is only a couple kilometres away.
Bread delivery here.
Na popku. Na popku. Elbrus. Elbrus na popku. Elbrus na popku. So this one, oh sorry, this one here, and this one here. Okay, ik kan het filmen van Annie, voilà, ja?
We were so keen on our first day, we decided to do another 3-hour hike up to this waterfall.
That's a lot of rock. Do you want me in the picture for scale? There he goes. He's in the shower. Take a drink. Look at that.
We had some time to do a few other hikes in the valley. The water on this river crossing was just bloody freezing, and the bridge was a lot of fun to try and get across. There's a ski resort at the bottom of the mountain, so we decided to cheat a bit and catch the lift up. Here's some of all the food we were sending up to base camp. It was enough to feed an army. We certainly had lots of good lunches out of this and dinners later on. Base camp. First view of base camp. This was probably the best day we had up on the mountain. It was just beautiful. The weather was perfect. The sky was blue. Wasn't really even all that cold, and we thought we'd have no problems getting to the top after this session.
She said my pulse is still battered. Still that. Should I be worried?
Yeah. What is that? 120 right now?
Yeah.
Oh, great! I'm not.
When it hits 190, then you want to worry. Yeah?
Well, I mean, you just came up to 4,000.
Here we are at our new hotel, Bochki. What's it like inside?
Lovely.
There's an entry section where you dry your boots. Oh, a little bit of spare oil. You come through to the second section. I think this is where you leave your boots, maybe. Here's look at this for a view. The first postel. This is for the guides. View out the window. How is that? Is that good or what? And for us fools, we've got this room. Bed here, another bed there, a couple down this end. Check out the view out the back here. Can we see Elbrus? Oh, you can see the summit. If only it wasn't in cloud.
The group having lunch before the ascent to the Plastikov Rocks. This is Staroya Marina, smiling at the camera. There we go. She made all this wonderful food for us. Watching and this is Matthias, who's being strong and silent, ready for the big climb. Of course.
Rest up on the way to Plastikov. Everyone's taking their pulse. What was your pulse, James?
I don't know, they took it away from me.
Your pulse?
My pulse was 122.
122.
at nighttime and it's 2 in the morning watching. They go to bed. It's pretty loud.
This is Marina checking out our gear just to make sure we won't be too cold on the top. Both James and I were a little underprepared, but anyway, we managed to convince her that we wouldn't get too cold.
It's my underwear.
James of kak. James of trusiki kak.
Truski, kalotki.
Plochy. I James of kak. James of Stani kak.
Ненадежный.
Ненадежный. Not hopeful. Без
Not
надежды.
reliable. Not
Oh,
reliable.
not reliable. А, как я. Окей. Отлично. Спасибо вам.
Yeah, yeah.
An instruction from Dimitri on the right. State his case by doing a self-arrest. Slide down quite a little bit.
This was supposed to be some training just in case we slipped off the mountain and had to save ourselves with an ice axe. Not sure it would have helped much though. James and I sort of figured out how to do it in the end, but I think we would have been halfway down the mountain before it would have stopped us.
Knees up. Knees up.
Nice job!
Here's Chris and Dimitri showing off nice little somersaults and things. They were obviously a bit more experienced than us. What do you think of the mountain today, the weather?
Что?
Погода низкая.
Погода нормальная. Наверху, конечно, холодно, вон воины пошли мерзнуть на акклиматизацию. Ну так-то можно выйти, но говорят на седловине очень холодно.
А завтра?
И ветер.
Завтра?
Ветер.
Завтра?
Завтра я надеюсь, что ветер разгонит тучи и будет нормально. Я надеюсь, но что будет, будем посмотреть.
It's pretty stormy out there, so. Diamondbacks.
Okay, Bolle. It's 30 minutes to the summit. Till we go to the summit.
Till we leave for the summit.
What are your thoughts?
Can't I have the ice axe?
If the weather holds out for us, we can make it to the top. That's all that.
Yeah, I hope the weather is gonna hold, the same as Chris. Would really love to make the summit today, but my life is more important, so we'll see.
How about you, John? What are your thoughts?
It's going to be tough up there. Big lightning storm last night. But I think we'll make it.
We've done the first part of the climb above base camp enough times now, so instead caught a ride for part way up, saving some energy for the rest of the day's climbing. A bit slack you might think, but everyone seems to have managed it around track.
Okay, on the way. How you going, James?
Isotar is brilliant. Especially hot isotar. Star. Mixed with Diamox.
Great view, look at that.
In my view for about 4 or 5 hours going up the mountain, just right behind James's crampons and boots. Unfortunately, we fell short of making the top by about 200 metres because of the weather, and I couldn't take out the video in the 100 km/h winds that were up there. So here's a few stills.
Just made it down from being the highest people in Europe, and weather conditions were not ideal there, to say the least. We wanted to go on to reach the peak itself. Both the guides turned us back. On mature reflection, maybe it was the right decision. Wind speed up there I estimated at 15 meters per second, but you can't be sure. There was hail, sleet and snow as well. Now we've got an easy trip back to the Bochki.
The rest of the guys. Disappointing, but hey, we're safe. A couple others trying to make it up now. Chatting to our guide just over there. Alright, can barely see out of this camcorder, so see you back at the Bochki.
The weather was even worse the next day after our summit attempt, and no climbers at all made it to the summit for at least 5 days since the day we tried. Still, we'd had a great time staying in the oil barrels at base camp and training to get up to the summit. Maybe we'll have to come back again some other time.
Эльбрус, Эльбрус, самая большая гора, гора. Эльбрус, Эльбрус, самая большая гора. Мы хотели на гору. Мы приехали на минеральные воды. Вчера мы приехали наверх на седло, а только бил ветру. Эльбрус, большая гора. Эльбрус, самая большая гора. Это ясно, не говорю по-русски, а я очень плохо говорить. Но буду се учить. О Боже, где конец? Эльбрус, самая большая гора. Эльбрус, самая большая гора. The words I had this morning, they just like evaporate. You had like 6 verses. The fuck? I know.
Na zdrowie.
Практически завершилась наша экспедиция. Как говорится, гора заканчивается внизу, не на вершине, а внизу. Закончилась наша экспедиция. Конечно, погода была не на нашей стороне. И очень жаль. Хотя, с другой стороны, буду рад видеть вас всех еще раз. И хотелось бы быть вашим проводником. Я надеюсь на правах друга. Вот. Я рад был с вами работать. Рад был идти в эту гору вместе с вами. Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Кабардинско-Балкарская республика. На здоровье. No, I hope that's not running. There was Czech in there. It was terrible. It was just so hot. Watching. I should have put in the thing about the POPK.
Группа замечательная, сильная. Ну, чуть-чуть нам не повезло с погодой. Я думаю, это Эльбрус не хотел вас отпускать. Он хочет встретиться с вами еще раз.
Кабардино-Балкарская республика. Мы находимся в Кабардино-Балкарской республике.
Правильно.
Elbrus, Elbrus. Yes. Я сегодня был на Эльбрус. Я хотел наверх. Там был очень большой ветер. Так мы были в бару. Эльбрус, Эльбрус, самая большая гора, гора. Эльбрус, Эльбрус, самая большая гора. Эльбрус, Эльбрус, самая большая гора, гора. Эльбрус, Эльбрус, самая большая гора.
$1? Beer burning. Oh, that's good.
That's good. Now that bit's gonna stay in the film.